Alright, man, so I think we've established a level of trust, and we've covered a few things that seem probably to you pretty obvious because I think you met them with logic when you heard them. And so let's establish this. Let's establish one thing. Uh, I'm not sure if you're familiar with the word motivators, okay? Us as human beings, we're all motivated by different things, like a combination of things. And a lot of things that we're motivated by. Okay, motivating means something that gives us energy. Some things that we work towards are motivators. What our motivators are in life, and um, we all have primary motivators, which are the most powerful motivators in our life. And people are different that way. Some of the more common things are like money, fame, family, relationships. These are all different types of motivators. And so, um, like me, for example, my motivator is family and relationships. That's my primary motivator. I I don't care too much about money. Um, I don't care about fame. Uh, Recognition by other people, yeah, it's kind of important to me, but not that important to me. Anyway, that's besides the point. That's kind of who I am as far as motivators. Let's talk about who Svetlana is as far as her motivators, because I think you realized something in one of our last conversations. Svetlana is not motivated by money, and and I kept an eye on that as she made this change, and obviously became more successful, to see if uh, if underneath there was a money motivator, because I knew at the beginning there certainly wasn't. Money beyond what it takes to survive really isn't that big a motivator for her. She wants the security that comes along with having enough money, but again, if you think about it, um, you and I had to convince her that she was strong enough and a big girl enough to be her own boss. She didn't have it in her to do it on her own, and she wasn't actively seeking that path through us. We had to help her there. You know, we both saw in her what was possible, and convinced her that it could become a reality. Okay, and again, when she did start having success, it didn't change her. Um, she didn't become focused on money. Fame. She's not focused. That's not one of her motivators either. In fact, she wishes she could do what she does, and everybody forget about her after the moment she's done doing what she does, because she doesn't want fame. Um, what motivates this girl is uh, emotional experience and thrills and things like that. But emotional experience. That's what motivates this girl. And family, with next on the list, and of course money and things like this. They're going to be on the list, but they're not up there. They're not even close to how much this girl adores emotional experiences and adventure and thrills and family. That's what's at the core of this girl. So that eliminates the possibility that either one of us or anybody in our life has been used for money or fame to get somewhere, because that there was some. This girl likes to be uh, likes to have thrilling things happen in her life, and so what it boils down to at the core of everything is, what matters most to her is, how do you make her feel? How does she feel about you? Okay, how does she feel when she thinks of you when you're not there? I don't mean just you. I mean, uh, what's going to matter most to her? How does she think about you when you're not there? How do you make her feel? And how do you more also important is, how do you make her feel when the two of you are together and communicating? And the body. You want to know what happened? And there's blame that's going to go on both sides. I know that she tends to say exactly what she's feeling in that moment, and you know, and that probably, unfortunately, makes things just so much stronger than feels so much stronger than it's probably the time that they should. Like, um, I love you is one thing. Um, uh, I want to marry you. That's pretty serious. When a guy hears that, I don't know. You know, if she realizes that, yeah, she might be feeling that at that time. But I think it's a mistake in a relationship to say that to a guy, or a guy to say that to a girl before it really should be said, because it really makes things so much more intense. And again, that's somebody who really likes to experience the emotions, just revealing every last little depth of her emotion at that moment. And she probably felt it when she said it, but it's wrong in a relationship to say those sort of things before their time. Um, and the kids thing, I want to have your babies. Um, that's you just don't say that unless that's real. Well, here's the thing. To her, at that moment, in that moment, she felt that strongly that to her it was real at that time. Um, but you know, both of you should have known that. Hey, this is ridiculous. What are you talking about? Um, have babies. But I do know how that would send a guy. I know firsthand how that. I mean, there's no four words that anyone could ever tell me that are stronger than those four words. Let's make life. Those three words. Let's create life. Oh my God, man. Serious. That's insane. And so that obviously takes things to a level that's beyond anything that any man can withstand. That's what takes things to a level that where if it breaks, almost no man can withstand it. I understand this. You think I don't know? You don't think I don't know what's happening? Okay, but Meso, what this boils down to is what kind of feelings she felt around you. She began to feel around you, and as a man in the future, you need to recognize this. If a woman isn't feeling good around you, she's there's going to be clues popping up. So that's when a guy needs to take a step back and look at how he's going and what has led to her not feeling good around you anymore, and maybe readjust his strategy. Now, that's the thing. That's the thing. If uh, if he's unwilling to do that, then the relationship is going to be doomed. But see, that's where integrity kind of comes into line. Uh, I guess what I'm saying, if when you take that step back and you look at your behaviors, you look at the things that are becoming ugly to her uh, as a person, if it's just a part of you, if you feel so strongly that those things that she now sees or that she's seeing are ugly, if those are just too important a part of you to change, then you just have to accept the fact that the two of you are too different, and that's what dating is about. Dating a woman is about discovering deeper and deeper how well the hidden parts of you, the roots of both of who you are, intertwine. Some parts just aren't going to intertwine, and if you if you two have discovered parts of each other that are core parts that just don't mesh, then they just don't mesh. Now, if you are willing to change your behavior uh, back to something more into something that gives you a chance to make her feel better around you again, then that's what that time is for. Um, that's how that time really comes into play. But the bottom line is this: I mean, she used to feel amazing and thrilled. Used to make her feel excited and amazing and thrilled, and over time, she began. It, that went away. She didn't ask it to go away. Women don't ask these feelings to go away, and sometimes they're partially responsible for making them go away. And you know, things like talking about marriage and children, um, they're gonna they're that's really 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 deep stuff. I mean, especially for two people that never met in person yet. That's really deep and really intense, and it's really dangerous. It's like with playing with TNT because it creates feelings that are so intense. So anyway, it all boils down to with any woman, for the most part. Now, the woman isn't using you and lying to you, which Svetlana 100% chance was not. She, and I know this for a fact, she excluded all, when it was time for your time, and she still felt good about being around you, she excluded all other activities from her life to make her time for her mess up. And I know this. And I never tried to break that. I was happy that she had that. I was, period. Okay, well, maybe I wasn't happy. Why? Because of how you made her feel. Because of how she felt about you. And how she felt when she was near you. That's what it boils down to. If a woman isn't using you, it boils down to how does she feel when she thinks about your name, when she thinks about you and you're not there, and how does she feel when the two of you are together. That's it. And for a long time, it was thrilling and fun. For quite a while, it was thrilling and fun. And, you know, when it wasn't thrilling and fun for her and started sliding, you as a man, you need to recognize those situations and either change your course of action or accept that the two of you are just going to be too different in that way. You know, because that's what, I'm not asking you as a man to change who you are as a person. But I know I've changed and modified who I am throughout my entire life. Um, you know, I don't know if that's anyway, but that's the bottom line, man. How do you make a person feel? How do you make if they're not dishonest and using you for some other reason, which I assure you she wasn't. Uh, you know, if you call experiences and emotions with another human being using you, okay, yeah, she's a user. She likes experiencing emotions with you. Um, that's the core of what being a human being is. I mean, that's what we do. That's what social interaction is: experiencing emotion with other people. So yeah, she's an emotional junkie, emotional drug addict. Her drug is emotions. And you don't have to keep exciting ones coming. You just have to keep the emotions that she feels when she's around you, either on a neutral. Yeah, with her, the emotions that you experience around her need to either be neutral, um, either need to be really good and exciting, good, um, okay, neutral, or a little bit bad, I mean, because that's obviously um, all times with a woman aren't going to be good because they're so fucking moody. You know. Yeah, she's yeah, and that's the thing. That's the thing, and you have to be ready for that, man. You're still young yet, and dealing with adult and semi-adult women like this. Um, I hear you, man. One day, she could be saying, "I'm ready to have your babies," and less than 24 hours later, uh, she could make you feel like she wished she never even met you, and that, my friend, is pretty common. That's some pretty common shit, and I don't understand it. And when that happens to us, our natural instinct is to try to get that sweet and loving person back right now. But the truth is, when that happens, um, a spanking is in order, but you have to give the right kind of spanking. And in Svetlana's case, pretty much is probably ignoring her for a little while, giving her some space, maybe that kind of a spanking. Um, yeah, but I kind of forgot where I was at on that. But yeah, that's the bottom line, man. Um, it's how she feels with you. Okay. Oh yeah, the range of where we're allowed to be with her. Because if you cross over from neutral, it's okay to be a neutral with a girl. If you've had these great feelings with her up here, You know, if you spend a lot of time having these great feelings and stuff, it's okay to be neutral. It's okay to be a little bit bad as long as it doesn't stay there too long. You know, but there's going to be swings on how you feel about each other, and you know, and the problem, like I say again, I think you understood this problem. What you ran into here is, you know, and Sveta took things and made them feel so intense for you. She was feeling these strong emotions, you know, and the things that as intense as it felt. Oh my God, this is just so strong. Is that and then when she pulls away, when she's pulling away, when she's pulling away from you because she's feeling shitty around you, um, that's when you let her pull away and you pull away yourself. Create some space, some time without communication. Let her miss you again, and start from scratch. Come at her with some fresh stuff, some fresh exciting ideas and things. Give it some, and you got to give some time there.